Good morning and welcome to another edition of Tank Time. This morning we're going to talk about somebody very special. Come on out, buddy. Got this little guy online. I've been searching for him for over a year. And my other half sent me a link last week and I jumped on it. There were 12 left. Now, to my knowledge, there are 11 or less available at this place. This is a Tophat Blenny, also known as Omobronchus Stratolatioseps. I think I butchered that. I'd rather have to say it than have to try to spell it. He likes to hang out in the bubbles back there. He hails from Japan. He's wild caught. He likes a little bit cooler water. Come on out, buddy. Here he comes. This little guy has flown halfway across the world and then again halfway across the country. And he just seems as tame as he can be. Whenever I open that lid, he knows my hand. Isn't he a cutie? And he is in the 15 or the 55-gallon brackish. And he's got a slight attitude. He doesn't like the puffer. And he even took a nip at the big dragon goby. Nipped on his tail and got knocked across the tank. Like, ouch, he's so big, he didn't know his own strength. Today I'm going to Davenport, Iowa. We both are. And check out a fish sale down there. A fish swap. One of my archers. They're a lot of fun. They're starting to relax now. They're starting to know my hand better. They're still a little bit on the skittish side. Itself and really blossomed out. Be a nice male. He's a little overactive though. And this guy's just front and center. I've had to tweak the temperature twice because he's a cooler water fish. He's like one of the only brackish water blennies there are. Most blennies are saltwater, marine. There's one freshwater species. And there's this guy, the Tophat Blenny. Omobronchus Stratolatioseps. And out here, the big tank just got a couple of nice big water changes. Here's that big moonlight gourami. He's growing by leaps and bounds and eating by leaps and bounds. With the Bosemani eyes. And a Pandagara. A couple of tetras and a molly. The other molly. Female betta. my little honey gouramis. They really are honeys. They don't bother each other or any other fish. Snake dude is living under the cave. If you can look, you can just barely see his barbels. And over here, yes, my frogs are getting bloody huge. She is like the biggest African dwarf frog I've ever seen. And he's all nice. I just did a nice water change on this. The snails are eating like little hogs. Still no babies, lots of eggs. Hopefully I can add a male in there this weekend. And over here, the pea puffers, little border, has found a home. So they got the joint to themselves again. And they were taking little bites out of his tail, too. Got him over there, and he got a good look at him, and he said, his tail's ragged. And I'm like, yep. The murder beans got him. And their floaties are doing well. So the gourami is resting well and recovering in a nice 30-gallon tank. And over here, the euphania are doing well, and so are the mystery snails. I need more plants in here though. The mystery snails ate all my whatever that was. I was just getting it to grow too. There's an euphanius. Everybody got a water change yesterday, including this little goby tank that needed it worst of all. It had algae growing all over the front of it. Now what you're looking at on the front of the glass is all little snails. Those little black peppery things all over the white substrate are snails too. That's a goby. But there are literally thousands of these little carnivorous snails that they don't eat algae, they eat leftover fish food. And I give these guys live and or frozen. And the snails eat what's left over. Plus there's a limpet in here somewhere. I'd like to get it out of here and put it in the main tank before these little snails eat it. Little bumblebee. And there's the hair algae that it gets so thick. I harvest it from time to time. One moment, please. Oh, that's better. I'll never get up now. But that hair algae comes in real handy. Makes a nice little floaty raft in a big brackish tank. And it makes a good little floaty raft for the crickets. So the archer fish can spit them off. I'll have to do a video of that happening if they'll cooperate. Well, let us finish off this edition of Tank Time with another shot of the top hat. There he is. Come on up and say hi. Really trying to balance the temperature so that all fish are happy. I think if I keep it at a mean of 70, that should cut right through the tops and bottoms of everybody's ranges. I just love him. Cutest fish in the tank. Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of Tank Time. Until next time, everybody, stay safe, stay well, and better times are ahead. Keep smiling.